Rob Lane, the Millionaire Maintenance Man. Today I'm here to show you what my latest project. I saw this house last Wednesday and closed it on Friday. I paid $30,000. Cash is king. No mortgage company will loan on a house that's in this bad a shape. It is in terrible shape. Like I said, I paid $30,000 for it. What I'm going to run through is show you all the different projects that we want to do to it, and then what it's going to end up looking like at the end, and then hopefully we stay under budget. The idea of this is I only want to spend about $30,000, so I'll have about $60,000 total into this whole project. The house should be worth right around $90,000 because it's approximately 900 square foot. We're looking at about $100 a square foot for this particular area. They just recently remodeled this one here, and it's going for in the 120s. I don't necessarily care on what they're going to sell for. What I care is what they're going to rent for. So basically I'm looking, if I'm able to stay under budget and have about $60,000 total investment in this property, I'm looking about a $500 to $600 a month payment with taxes and insurance. I should be able to rent it for $950, so you're looking at a $350 a month cash flow just for this property right here. So let's take a look around and let me show you what all the different designs, ideas, tree trimming, work inside and out that we're going to do to this place. This is pretty common on a lot of these old houses. They'll just, kind of do a lean-to off the back for a laundry room. So this is where the washer and dryer are going to go. Possibly try to put the hot water heater in here as well, so we'll have more room in the kitchen. And then I'm going to end up putting the cedar shank shingles on here. Cedar shank shingles. That's what's going to be wrapping this. The rest of it's stucco. I'm really excited about this because I've never done stucco before, so it's something I get to learn during this project. So we're going to have to re-stucco the whole outside. I got a little bit of foundation problems. So I'm going to have to call on a professional to actually do that, but I have an idea in my head on what it's going to cost. But my ideas in my head doesn't always match up to what my bids are, so we'll see what happens on that. You can kind of see all the work that we're going to have to do in reforming this. And we even got some old rotted wood here that you can see that we're going to have to probably replace some of these beams, because if you don't do it right now while it's exposed, then we're going to have problems years down the road. Remember what I always said, let's do it right the first time, that way I don't ever have to mess with this house again. As you can see, all along across here, we've got a lot of tree coverage. What happens is when these houses go vacant, or even when there's people living in them, and a lot of times there's squatters that live in these houses, and just everything gets overgrown, not maintained, not taken care of. So this is just years and years and years of neglect of this property. You can see that there's no garage. A lot of these older houses, they built very cheap, inexpensive garages that really didn't even have footings going down to the ground. So a lot of the old garages lean real bad and deteriorate, and eventually you have to take them down. So what we're going to do back here, in lieu of saving money, it's already got a concrete slab. So I'm basically going to build a nice peaked roof carport, probably a double carport. It's only a 2-bed, 1 bath, so it's a potential for 2 people to live here. At least their cars will be covered from our wonderful hailstorms that we get in the great state of Oklahoma all the time. It is a flat roof house. The first house that I've actually purchased that was a flat roof. It's kind of that Santa Fe Adobe looking style, and I've always wanted to remodel one of these projects. This is not in a historical area, which I'm used to working for, so the rules are going to be a little bit more lenient for this house than it would be for, let's say, my last project. So I'm able to put new windows and able to put stockade fence and able to do all of these things that I want to do it without asking permission. So you see all the overgrowth in the back here. So we got a lot of tree work. Now, if I were to hire this done, it would probably be around $3,000 to $4,000 to have a company actually come in, take all this down. I have all my own equipment, so we'll be doing it ourselves. And basically, I got the cost of the dumpster rental. So dumpster rentals really cost you probably about $500 for a 30 to 40 yard. And but if you buy enough of them like I do, or rent them enough times, you get a special deal. So I'm actually paying like $365 for this particular dumpster. So I always look around and call every company that you can see in the yellow pages and do the best you can to find the best deals for yourself. You can see we're still going to have to put new windows. Windows aren't overwhelmingly expensive, about $160 per window. So you probably, we might have $1,000 and windows if that, and then I'll install it myself in lieu of saving money. As you can see all the work that needs to be done with this, but it's not anything too out of hand that we can handle. It's a small enough building that we can get through it in a pretty timely manner. The house just has a massive amount of character. So you can see all the old stucco here and how it's coming apart, and it's really done with a chicken wire, and you just put your texture, you texture your stucco on this. It looks really no different than basically doing sheetrock or joint compound inside the house, the way I've seen it. To your front porch, we'll walk around here, see what's going on with the front of the house. Once again, we've got a lot more stucco work that needs to be done. The roof that you see here is an architectural shingle style. A lot of the houses of this nature have, if you can point to this roof over here, got more of that adobe ceramic. I don't know what particular material it's made out of, but it looks like a lot more character. Since I already got a new a new architectural style design roof here, I'm not going to do that. I'll add enough character to the house that I'm not going to have to spend a little bit extra money to do that. If it really needs it, then we might do something like that. And then these yucca plants, I would really like to keep those. So what we'll probably do is dig those up so we can fix the stucco on the windows behind that. We'll cut all these out, these particular trees right here and shrubs. This busted up concrete here, walkway, we'll take that out and put kind of a Mexican saltillo tile in. Also probably cover this whole porch here with saltillo tile. And then on the backsplash here, we'll do some really kind of cool, unique Mexican tile design. So, and then the tile over the cross here. So we're gonna have to do some leveling out, some breaking up of concrete, but it's really not as hard as you would think it would be. The first thing that I do when I purchase a home is I don't like bugs at all. And so I fumigate these homes so I'm not working around roaches, fleas, or anything else, because I am still scared of spiders at 42 years old. You kind of see what they've done here. They cut into the wood floors, which we'll have to patch up. Looks like I don't even think this was an old return air here. I think this is what they had to do to get a new water line to come in for service. So there's not really much of a crawl space to do new plumbing, but my plumber is a lot smaller than I am, so we'll leave that up to him. But they've got new PEX running from the water line into the house, which goes to copper. We're gonna have to change it to all PEX, but you really only got a sink and the bathroom. So 2 sinks and a toilet really is all the water that you're gonna have to run, and then also to the laundry room. But that's on an exterior wall, so that'll be easier to hit. So we're gonna have to patch these floors. You can kind of see all the dead roaches and dead stuff laying on the ground. This is not a glamorous part of it, but it has to be done unless you enjoy working in fill. Something else I got to think about here is there's not a crawl space at all, hardly up here. There will be when the roof peaks up to that higher level, but I'm running into a situation for ductwork for the central heat and air system. So what I'm trying to do, and what I'm thinking about doing for the first time, is kind of like those hotel units that you can put in each individual room. They look a lot better than an actual window unit sticking way out in the middle of your yard. So we're looking at doing something like that. So if I get probably 4 of those individual hotel units, I think that should be enough to heat and cool this house. That is a small house. This right here, what we'll do is we probably won't take this tile out. I'll probably lay over it, but I want it to kind of have a Mexican Santa Fe look and feel. And then we'll probably do a real piece of wood, kind of looking like it's stuccoed into the wall. So I kind of want to do almost a stucco finish on the inside here to bring back that Santa Fe feel. The wall heater unit will be coming out. New window, new window. The kitchen, there's wood floors under this linoleum tile here, so we'll be ripping all this up and making the kitchen wood floors. It's always easier to go if your kitchen has original hardwood floors, which are typically pine, not oak. When the remainder of the house is going to be oak, it's a less expensive wood, but it still looks phenomenal when it's cleaned up and finished properly. So If you look in here, this looks like it's got oak floor, so that's actually a benefit because some of the linoleum is peeled up. So we'll take all this subfloor of the linoleum out, refinish the hardwood floors after we do the patch, and then kind of realign this entire kitchen. What I plan on doing is knocking out this overhead soffit so we can bring the actual cabinets to the ceiling. So we're not going to refurbish or reuse these. We're just basically going to junk them. And then we're going to add more cabinet space for it going up to here. We'll leave the sink there. We'll leave the refrigerator will go here. And then we're looking at removing this cabinet here and then doing your stove with the overmount microwave and cabinets above that. So small kitchen, easy design, shouldn't take long at all. That's the cool thing about working on these smaller houses, these smaller projects. They don't take you near as long as what you think that you would want. Of course, you don't get as much rent out of them as you would, a 3-bed, 2-bath, but I don't care. I'm still gonna be cash flowing another, $7 grand a year off this property. So that'll be a $7,000 a year raise. Then we come back here into and this is the little tiny lean-to add-on that I showed you. You can actually see the light coming in between the house and this lean-to add-on that they put on here for the washroom. That's okay, we'll seal it up, not a big deal, and make it a little bit more palatable for the upcoming tenants. Let's go to the bedrooms. Bedrooms, not really that big of a deal. New ceiling fans, paint, redo the hardwood floors. I don't like these doors that they put in here. They're the cheap, basically pretty shitty doors is what they are. So I'll probably replace those. There's a used door and window place in downtown Oklahoma City where I'm able to get more original type doors to fit the house, which will be like the 6-panel doors. So that's what we're shooting for. And you can do that at a minimal expense, and it adds that much character because you don't have a lot of areas to add character in this house because of the size of the house. So we do what we can. Same thing for this cheap, old, crappy hollow doors. They're, we want to get rid of those and put real wood doors, 6-panel doors in there. New ceiling fan, paint, new windows. That'll be it for this. The bathroom, I wouldn't look in the toilet if I were you. Somebody left us a gift. But, bathroom's pretty tiny. I'm able to, it's a cast iron tub. I'm gonna have it refinished. But you never, if you don't have to, want to pull out a bathtub and put a new one in. It's just, the old cast irons are the best tubs. It's about $300 to have them refinished, $300 to $400. So I'll just have this refinished. They even ran their beadboard all the way down, so no tile. You can see all the wood rot. This is what happens whenever you don't put tile in. That wood will eventually get rotted out. They did put a hardy backer, a concrete board here, but we'll take all this out. And tile up to the ceiling, new light fixture, new vanity. Yeah, this is all definitely a new toilet. And then probably create another cabinet right here. So we're going to continue to film this project throughout the whole process so you can see each individual step that we take, and most importantly is the money saving steps that we take in order to save money, whether it go into my pocket or somebody else's. So this is Rob Lane, over and out for now. Hope you have a profitable day.
Well, I'll mow your yard and I'll fix your window too. I'll do anything that you want.